Imagine, if you will, it is the 10th of July, 2025, and you are me. You are sitting in your room, comfortable, in your bed, on your day off, and you get an on Discord at 10:08 a.m., and you have just been sent an article from Variety.com written by Katzy Steffen. Night at the Museum reboot in the works.
We are so fucking back!
Okay, none of this is scripted. I'm going pure stream of consciousness here. I am on my computer as I am recording this. We're back. Like, we are fucking back. So thus far, we have 2 articles about the natm reboot. One from January 20th of this year, and the Variety article from yesterday. I'm recording this on the 11th. So, we're going to go through the January 20th article first. It's from the DisInsider mailbag. At the natm search, we consider DisInsider a reliable source because it has had its finger on the pulse of Disney for a long time, and since Night at the Museum is owned by Disney now, we have to rely on them. So, quote, "There are talks of a new live-action Night at the Museum movie, which will be led by a new actor at a new museum, but nothing is set in stone yet." Unquote. And according to the Variety article, quote, "Plot details remain under wraps, but it's said the film will tell a fresh story at the museum with new characters." Unquote. So that's all we know. New actor, new museum, new characters. So this is going to be a hard reboot. This means that we can officially consider the live-action era completely over with. We are done with the original trilogy and also KRA. That's the end of it. That's the end of what I would call, the first iteration of this franchise. So this new movie will most likely have us say goodbye to the original cast. We won't have the Daly family, we won't have the original guards, we won't have Akman-Ra and his family, we won't have Teddy and Wea, we won't have Attila, we won't have Law, we won't have Tilly, Dr. McPhee, we won't have Jed and Octavius. We won't have Rexy or Dexter. This is a hard reboot for a new generation. So, honestly, in my opinion, I think that's a good thing. I remember the backlash to KRA because it was only 3 years ago, and people were kind of upset about it. People didn't like the new designs at first. People were upset that the movie had just become, straight to streaming slop. And I have mixed feelings about KRA. I think it's a perfectly serviceable children's film. It's not the worst thing in the world. But we had to wait 8 years for it. We waited 8 years for this. I don't think anything could live up to the original trilogy, and KRA was probably doomed on arrival. It should have honestly and genuinely just been the hard reboot we needed, because it's been that long. It's kind of like what they did with Transformers back in the 90s. The original series ran in the mid-80s, and then in the 90s we got Beast Wars, and that saved the franchise. I feel like this new series is going to be our Beast Wars, if that makes sense. It's going to be just a hard reboot that takes place in the same universe, but is just whole new shenaniganery going on. This is where we get into crack territory. I'm just going to say my predictions. These are my predictions. I'm locking them in now. Feel free to list yours in the comments. 1, I think that because this is a hard reboot of the franchise, we're going to just get, completely new historical characters. So I'm placing my bet now. One of the historical figures is going to be not a former US president, but another famous US figure. I don't think they'll go with Hamilton because of the musical, but they will probably go with someone from the Revolutionary War. My gut's telling me Paul Revere, so I'm going to go with Paul Revere. The miniature characters are always popular, so I feel like we're going to get new minis. And I have honestly no idea, but for some reason my gut is telling me like an Amazon warrior and a samurai, and they're both girls. I know that's completely unrealistic, but a man can dream, can he? And I think it's still going to be Egyptian magic, because I feel like, the tablet is, magical Egyptian tablet brings everything to life is a little too central to the franchise. But if they move away from that, I think we'll focus not on Egyptian magic, but maybe like Chinese magic. Maybe something to do with Shang'e and Hoyi. Something like that. Am I making sense? I don't know. You've seen OSP's video about it. Oh, and one more prediction. They need the mascot characters, but since we can't use Rexy and Dexter anymore, I feel like they're gonna move towards a different giant skeletal dinosaur. And for some reason, my mind is like Coyote the Trickster Spirit. Like, from multiple Native American mythologies and creation myths, there is Coyote. I feel like Coyote would be a great choice. It's not gonna happen, but those are my predictions. And yeah, that's all the news we have so far. We're getting a reboot, and I'm gonna have to update the natm search very soon. Oh, wait. I have one more prediction. This is what the musical is becoming, the Night-at-the-Museum musical. Because the musical was written in 2020 and is a retelling of the film from 2006. So I feel like because that was already done, they're just adapting it for the screen and they're making the musical into a movie. Which, like, either way, I'm watching that shit. God, I want the natm musical so bad. It's been 4 years, Sean. Where's the musical? I need to hear the homoerotic Jedtavius fight song that eventually turns into them proclaiming their eternal friendship that the shippers will use for decades to come. It's going to be the yaoi version of Loathing. It's going to do for us what Loathing did for lesbians. Do you understand me? This is going to be our gayer European. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need. And on that note, thanks for listening to this very hastily made video. What are your thoughts? Are you excited for the new natm project, or do you think it's gonna suck ass? Honestly, I am cautiously optimistic. I want to experience this new thing of the thing I love, and I still have the original trilogy. I still love it to death, and no matter how terrible the new thing is, it will not make Battle of the Smithsonian any less fun to watch. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and, hopefully things will be good. And if not, I at least hope they will be entertaining. Oh yeah, one last thing before we go. When I got sent this news, I literally got so excited I needed to scream, and I ended up sending this to another group chat I'm in.
I just got one thing to say, motherfuckers! Never kill yourself! Never, ever kill yourself! Never!